Hi, so today I'm going to be looking specifically at the hip area. A lot of us are getting problems with our hips, and that can be for many reasons. Maybe wearing the joint, maybe a little bit of arthritis, maybe just wear and tear because you're overdoing the exercise. I know a few people have talked about psoas muscle. They have problems with their psoas muscle, which is a really deep muscle which connects the pelvic area, the spine, the top of the bottom of the spine, lumbar, into the lower leg area. Really deep, difficult to stretch because it's so deep. So we'll be looking at some stretches for that. But the main problem when we get hip problems or psoas problems is actually they can be caused a lot by, if you're a runner and you're doing a lot of running, it's the tightening of the muscles in this area. If you're cycling, same difference, you're using just a very small movement here within the legs, which is tightening the muscle, and equally just sitting down too much. We all spend a lot of time sat at our desks if you're working, and that actually shortens the muscles, particularly in this thigh area too. So we're going to look at how we can do some exercises to strengthen and activate other areas, because if you're tight in one area, then the other muscles, and it's not working as properly, your other muscles take over. So sometimes it can be caused by getting lazy muscles, so lazy glutes, lazy quads can cause problems in other areas as well. Particularly with the psoas muscle, if you're getting a tightness of the psoas muscle, it can turn to a hip rotation. And I'm over-exaggerating it here because I don't have a skeleton with me. But if your hip rotates, excuse my coughing, then you can see what it does to my body. As I say, over-exaggerating. If my hip rotates, see how there my knee comes out of line, my lower back here, I can feel already is taking the strain. So it's going to lead to back and knee issues as well. So it's why it's really important to get any hip and deactivation of the glutes sorted, so that we can keep our body in alignment and work more efficiently and better and stronger. Okay, so after all that gassing, I will start with doing some exercises, which I'm going to start standing first of all. So just gentle exercises. So we just start with a squat and then we lift. I flexed my foot, small movements. And again, I'm focusing on that hip, okay? Lift. We're just going to do 8. And it's a squeeze, not a throw. Flexed foot. One more. I'm sure I've done more than 8. Okay, let's do the other side. Squat, just tiny movements, guys. We're not here to get our cardio up. We're here to strengthen, stretch, and release muscle tension at the end. Good. Pull. So keep the body straight as well. If I'm leaning into my body, then I'm not using my hip. So you want to be able to feel this area here. I always think if you put your fingers, 4 fingers at the front and that back, you can feel the movement in the muscles. I've probably got 2 left. I've probably done more than 8 again. And up. Good work. Back on this other leg. We're literally going to circle. Requires a bit of balance. We're rotating that hip in its full range of motion. If you want to hold onto a wall or a chair, feel free. Because I don't care about your balance. I care about your hips today. If you are balancing, that's great for the abs anyway. Okay, other direction. My foot's flexed again. Good work. Other leg. Are we ready? Good. Whoop. Whoop. I'm going to regain my balance and I'm going to take it in the other direction again. Flexed foot. Again, feel that hip working. Great work, guys. Let's go down to all 4s. We're going to bring that knee in, kick it back, and round to the side. Down. Are we ready? Knee in, kick back to the side, down, in, straight leg, round, squeeze it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping that foot flexed. 2, 3, sweep it down. Good work. Well done. We've got 3 more. Last one. Knee in, push back, circle round, hinge down. Are we ready? Let's go to the other side. Okay, all fours. Knee in, push back, circle round, down, in. Knee in, flex foot back, round, down. Try to keep the hips steady. In, back, round, down. Good work, well done. Again, full range of motion through that hip. Two more. Up, back, around, down. Last one. Good work. Excellent work. Okay, I want us to stay on all fours and just take, this time we were less on the mobility of the hip and more on strengthening those glutes, so the big muscles in the bottom here. So we're going to pulse 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Up, up, flexed foot. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze the glutes. No lazy glutes. And those glutes do get lazy just from being sat down because we're overstretching them. So they just switch off. They stop working efficiently. So if you're a runner or a cyclist, it's always best before you start running or get on your bike to just do some squats or do these exercises. Just switches the glutes on and lets them know they're ready to be used. 1, 2, 3. Last ones. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Let's turn around for you. Are we ready? Knee in. 1, 2, 3. Glutes. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't arch the back. Flex the foot. Think glutes. Good work. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. 2, 3. Good work, guys. We're going to come into a bridge position. So again, we're working on our glutes, so we're going to squeeze through the bottom. But equally, we're stretching through that hip flexor, which is this muscle at the front of the hips here. Excuse me. Coughing. Wiggle back a little so you can see me. Okay, so we take one foot over. You can press that knee out if you wish, but just raising up and using the bottom. So we squeeze the glutes, push the knee out. And so you can use your hand if you want to deepen that stretch. Push. So really squeeze with this side, squeeze here, stretch here. Feel that? Don't arch the back. It's a glute squeeze, remember? Squeeze. Four more. Really squeeze this bottom. And when you're doing this as well, take note of both sides. Do you have a weakness in one glute compared to the other? One more. Let's test that out. So we're going to switch sides. Ready? Squeeze. Does this side feel stronger or weaker than the other? If it's feeling weaker, then next time you do this exercise, start with your weak side. You always tend to put a little bit more effort in the first set of exercises. So I always say start with your weak side and do a couple extra as well. Stretch and squeeze. Come on, squeeze that glute. Two more. Squeeze. And squeeze. Okay, that's worked the glutes in isolation. Let us check out where we've got a weakness or maybe a misbalance in the body. This time, just a plain old bridge glute squeeze. Squeeze. And squeeze. So activating those glutes again. We're pushing up, so it's getting a little bit of a stretch here, but not as deep as in the previous. I just want both cheeks working in tandem this time. And again, feel it. If you've got one squeezing harder than the other, you can generally feel it. Let's try and work on that misbalance, yeah? Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, last one. Great work, guys. This time we're going to come and lie on our side. Up on one elbow. Flexing those feet. We're going to bring it forward and squeeze back. Forward, squeeze. Nice parallel position to the floor. Foot's flexed. I'm not arching the back as I go back with that foot. I'm just squeezing it again into the glutes. If your back's hurting, you can go down further. I'm going to come back up so I can see. Squeeze back. Three more. 3, 2, last one. 1. Let's cycle. Leading with that heel. Good. Pedal power, guys. Good work. Let's switch sides. Back and forwards with that leg first. Foot flexed, up on your elbow or down on your side completely, whichever you prefer. Foot flexed, keeping parallel to the floor. Forward, squeeze. Don't let it flail up. Squeeze. Squeeze. Nice and steady. Again, put your fingers there. Feel that hip working now. Feel that glute working. Squeeze, that's it. Oh, there. Oops, my foot's dropping a little because I'm not concentrating. Look forward, Tracy. For 5, squeeze. 4, 2, and 1. Good work. Oh, cycle. We need to cycle, don't we? Are we ready? Let's go. Push, lead with that heel. Pull it round. It's moving on to stretches too quick. One more. Okay. Oh, ouch. That's our exercises done. So we've looked at strengthening the hips, the glutes, and the quads if we're doing those exercises as well. Okay, and just making sure that hip's still in alignment. Okay, what we're going to move on to next are some stretches. So we're just going to start with a cobra stretch. So on the floor, hands, elbows into the body. I have to move back a bit, I think. Elbows into the body, and just lift. And keeping my lower half on the floor. Lift. Pushing the hips into the floor. Lift. Come higher if you want to, so long as you're keeping the hips on the floor. Good, and we're strengthening the lower back with this one as well. Two more. Good work. Up we come. We're going to move into a pigeon. So really working on our hip flexors. I'm just going to So I've just got a towel to put under my one knee. Let me turn sideways actually for you. So I'm just going to start. I've got my bottom on my heel, this side, this bottom's on the heel, and I'm pressing this other leg right back. Try to keep the body nice and straight, and then taking the arms up. You should feel a nice stretch all the way down into the hip flexor on this side. Just hold it here for about another 5 seconds. 5. And then I want you to take this leg and the opposite arm. I want you to curl that knee up, grabbing the foot, and then just pull it into the body. Good work. So we're stretching into the quad, but equally into the hip flexor a little too. And release. Let's switch sides. So just a plain pigeon, my foot's on the heel. If you can't get your foot on your heel, it's okay. You can drop your foot into the side. Don't beat yourself up. If you want to come up a little higher, that's okay. It's a stretch. We'll get better as we get going. The more you do it, the better you'll get at stretching. Taking those arms up. Press away, press those hands up to the ceiling. Pushing that toe back. Now some of my clients say this is easy with no trainers on, so feel free to take your trainers on. This leg comes up, opposite hand, there it is, and pull it in. Oh, that's tight. For 5 more seconds. And release. Great work. Okay, still on the floor. I've come forward here. So this back leg, I'm just going to push it back as much as I can. This front leg needs to be a 90 degrees bend. So it's got a little corner on it. So if you've got a mat or something, you can run your bottom half of your leg across the front of the mat. mat, oh my goodness. Here we go. And I'm going to drop my chest down to my knee. Okay? Dropping it down. I'm going to come back so you can see me. This leg behind doesn't have to be straight. And you should feel that stretch deep into the glutes. Keep breathing as you drop that chest down. We're going to hold it for 3 more. And then I don't want you to come up, but I want you to walk that chest and that head across to the foot. So now we're taking that stretch into the hip. If you want, you can use your foot, hold on to your foot to help pull your body down. Don't overexert it though, it's a gentle is the word I was looking for, a gentle stretch. No bouncing, no forcing, just allow the weight of your body to take it down. Stretching into the outside of that hip. And as you breathe out, you should go a little lower. So breathe in, breathe out. Great work. Let's do the other side. Remember, 90-degree bend. Oh, can you feel that? It's better. A 90-degree bend in that leg on the front. Back one, just let it go back and do its thing, as long as it's there. Okay, chest down, not the head, chest. I need to come back again, don't I? Chest down to that knee. Keep breathing. You're probably not looking at the TV because you're doing your stretch, but if you are, when I breathe out, I go a little deeper every time. That's your body recognizing, it's like an elastic band, you stretch it a little bit and it goes, not going to go any further. And then you hold that elastic band in that stretch and then it goes, yeah, okay, maybe I've got a little bit more give in there, and then you can stretch it a bit further. That's what the deep breathing does. So your body says, no, that's as far as I can go, and you hold it there for 6 seconds and then it goes, okay, yeah, go a little deeper. So breathe in, breathe out, and hold for 3. So we held it a little too long there because I was talking too much. But now let's just, keeping it where that chest is, walk that head or that chest across to the foot, taking it into a hip stretch. Now I'm tighter on this side, so I'm nowhere near as low as I was on the other side. You're probably finding the same. Again, when you do it next time, the side that's most difficult to stretch, start that side. Go on, let's deep breathe into it. Let's fool our bodies into thinking we can go lower than we can. Let's train it. Nice and relaxed, guys. For 3. And up you come. Okay, for our next part of the session, we're going to be doing some muscle release. Now, if you've got a foam roller, you can use a foam roller, but you don't need anything that technical. I've just got a tennis ball. It could be a squash ball, golf ball if you're feeling brave. Maybe you've got one of those massage balls with all the little dimples on it, equally much better than a tennis ball. I've just stolen this from the dogs, so it's beautifully clean, as you can imagine. So we're going to start with that psoas, okay? And I'm going to stand up now to show you where to put this. We're going to put this ball just inside that hip bone here, just slightly lower than where my belly button is, and we're going to lie on the floor, okay? And you should feel the tension. If you don't, I'll tell you the next stage to take it up to. So we're going to stretch that so it's here inside that hip bone, not on the bone, but just inside, just about, which way? Just about here, okay? Down we go. Here I go, placing it under. Okay. That's it. Okay, if you can't feel it, do this. you can't feel any release, you can roll it backwards and forwards. Side to side. And then if you can't feel that, bring the knee in and out. In, out. Please tell me you can feel that. And out. In and out. Again, once you've found that sweet spot, oh, really tight, just roll on it or just hover. Take that knee up, and if it's releasing the tension in that muscle, that's a good thing. And take it down. Did you find it? It takes a little bit of jiggling with that ball to get to the right position. So here is where it was hurting with me, so I'm going to go a little lower than I did on the other side to when I first demonstrated it to you. So I couldn't feel it much, so I took it a little lower to about here. So this time I'm going to start a little lower. Just jiggle it around until you find that release. Okay, other side then, guys. There it is, straight to it this time. And I'm going to rock and roll, left and right. Oh, rest your hands on your head on your hands if you wish. And backwards and forwards. Again, it's not a huge movement. It's just working on that muscle. Oh. And if you can't feel it, bring your leg up and down. Oh. Keep breathing, guys. It's the only way you can get through it. Keep breathing. Okay. Find that sweet spot where it really is a little tight. There, and just hold. Good work. Up we go. Oh, we are sticking with the tennis ball. It's quite kind as well, a tennis ball. If you've got something a little harder, it'll be much tougher for you. We're now going to work on our quads. If you've got tight quads, again, it can be affecting your glutes or your knee. Stay still. Mid quad. That's why roll is so much easier. Okay. Again, we can roll backwards and forwards, but you'll find there, see? Make sure that back's protected. There for me is really tight. I'm just going to hold it here. Just going to hold, just for 4 or 5 seconds. Then I'm going to move it a little. Oh yeah, it's a little higher up now. And again, you can roll back and forwards, left and right, but every time, there. Find that sweet spot and just hold it. Now the maximum we want to do this for is a minute. There's no benefit gained after a minute. Slow and deliberate. Can you see my face? That really hurts. Oh! Ooh, just there. Just hold, Tracy. Okay. Whoop. So, maximum a minute. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. I'm just going to turn around for you. Foam rollers are great for this. You could. It's more a faster movement with a foam roller because you're rolling backwards and forwards on it. So this is slower, more deliberate with a tennis ball. And most people have a tennis ball at some point in their house. Are we ready? Here we go. As a bonus, it's kind of a little plank, so you're working your abs at the same time. But just relax into it. Here we go. There. Oh, that's it. taking my foot off the ground just to increase the intensity of it. Using my body weight to release that muscle that's tight. I'm just going to give it a little side to side motion. Ow, and back and forth. Release it out, come on. Good work. Oh, onto the glutes. So I said how important the glutes are for maintaining great alignment in our body. So about where your pocket would be in your jeans, we're going to sit on it and do the exact same thing. Down we go. Let me come to the side. Here we go. Whoop. There it is. So I'm just going to take the foot's off the floor of the butt that I'm releasing. Ow! There. Ow. Just hold. Relax. Hard to relax on this one, Tracy. Just breathe. Relax the body. And again, you can roll. That hurts. Little circular movement here. And I'm just going to take it to the side. That's it. That's found an even worse spot. And just breathe and relax. It's just like having a massage, but because you're inflicting the pain on yourself, it's actually harder. Depending on what sort of masochist you are. Okay, maximum a minute again on any of these, maximum's a minute. But the good thing is you can pick up a tennis ball at any point. You don't have to have done a workout or any exercises beforehand to do this little muscle release program. So once you've got it and you've got a tennis ball to hand, just keep at it. Just release those muscles. It just corrects your body. I always know when I've got a problem with my glutes because the opposite knee goes and I start to get pain in it when I'm running. So invariably it's my left. My left knee starts to play up a bit, and it's generally that my right butt cheek has stopped working. It's stopped activating as well as it should do. So I just then have to focus on it. So if I'm running, I really focus on my right glute. And it's amazing how you go, oh God, yeah, that's not working. I wonder why that is. And then just do lots more muscle release like this. It's probably a tight muscle. So it's your body's natural defense that if one muscle isn't working properly, another takes over. And it's always generally the bigger one. So if my right glute isn't working, it'll probably be my left quad that takes over, and then that puts a lot more strain on my knee. I'm not a physiotherapist, but let's stop it sliding the ball. Go on, release down. Oh, that's good. In a painful way. Okay, I hope that's helped. So we did some strengthening of the hips, some mobility, some strengthening of the glutes, and some strengthening of the quads. What else did we do? We did some stretching, stretching out those hip flexors. And then we did some muscle release with a tennis ball, but you can use your foam roller at home in the psoas and in the glutes and in the quads as well. Equally as good is the TFL, so exactly the same as we did for the quads, down the side of the body, and again you can roll on that tennis ball. Sorry, I should have showed you that one. So we've done all those moves, so just keep the foot off the floor for that last one. And as I said, if you're a runner and a cyclist and you're starting to feel some problems in your hip, just warm up properly beforehand. Make sure you are warming up your glutes and warming up your quads. So lots of squats, maybe some lunges, working in different ranges of motion. Hopefully that's helped. Hopefully we'll all be fitter, more evenly balanced, and we'll stop that hip pain. Take care guys, I'll see you again.